Okay, and of course, minutes minutes after I posted the last video, I realized that there was something else in there that I really wanted to talk about, really need to talk about. I feel very remiss in my duty that I missed this, that I didn't get this out as well. All right, and so just to also point out that this was in my original take, that was this hour and 10 minute beast. and but what it says here in this dark winter scenario, and so this is about the vaccine, right? Because smallpox was a known pathogen, right? They had a vaccine, right? They stopped using it in the US in 1972, and other countries continued to use it after 1972. All right, but it says here that immunity wanes over time. Right, but we need to keep in mind that they have, and I don't know if they did human trials on the smallpox vaccine back in the day, but they at least had decades of data by 1972, enough to stop the routine vaccination process, right? And so they say that though immunity wanes over time, and that 80% of the population is now susceptible to smallpox in 2001. All right, and that 1 in 300,000. I guess I'm guessing of the original vaccination process got serious, possibly fatal reactions to the vaccine. And so I wanted to kind of play that number out. What is 1 in 300,000? All right, so here it is. Of course, with the 1 and the 3, you're going to get a bunch of threes, right? And it's, I don't even know how to say a number that small. But when you play it out with the U.S. population numbers, which for 2001, I'm going to put it 325 million. All right, and that works out to just over 100,000 people. And again, to me, I mean, okay, so that's a really low number given the starting point, 325 million, right? But it's not zero, right? And that's the thing about vaccine and risk. They want to talk about the safety of vaccine and so on. No. This is not zero risk. 100,000 people's lives were negatively affected by this vaccine, and they could have died. All right, but okay, so there's that number. But when they talk about now administering the vaccine today in lieu of this smallpox outbreak that they have theorized for their exercise, right? They say that no one under the age of 30 has been vaccinated, right? And I'm not sure if I was vaccinated, born in 71. I don't think I was, but it's possible. But they say as many as 1 in 5,000 today would have serious, possibly lethal vaccine complications. 1 in 5,000. So what percent is that? That's 0.02%. And now let's apply that number to the 325 million of 2001. That's 6.5 million people with serious, possibly lethal vaccine complications. All right, and now think about that. 6.5 million for a vaccine that they have a ton of data on, been in use for decades, they have stores of, they know how to make it and all this other stuff. But when they reintroduce it on a wide scale, 1 in 5,000. All right, now think about what they're trying to do with this COVID vaccine today. They want to mass produce this thing and get it out and get it into people with zero trial, zero data. And for a vaccine that they have a ton of data on, 1 in 5,000, in their exercise here, and aren't we in a live exercise? Are we participating in a live drill right now? It's certainly starting to feel that way. But anyway, I'm glad I could get this one out. I think this is something that needs to be shared. But again, I do highly encourage people to investigate this dark winter scenario. Because again, I will say it, it's not a coincidence that Rick Bright, Mr. Bright, he's so bright, said there was going to be a dark winter ahead. Okay, so I hope everybody's doing well, and until the next one, cheers, guys.